An old razor blade stained with blood.
Oh god.
Ugh.
We can use that to cut the tapestry though.
Wonder what would have happened if I answered all those right. Oh wait. Oh, well, come back to this in a bit.
Yeah, because the nun had morphine in her room. Yeah, that is...
That's a good point. Are you gonna tell me this razor can fucking cut through that?
Cutting tool. Alright.
Oh.
Another flashback.
Another flashback. Our expert on philosophy, Jeremiah Devitt, shows up. Where were you, friend? We have been looking for you. Tonight is perfect moment for our next meeting, but I suspect someone outside our group is secretly surveilling us. Who is it, Anthony? It's Professor Glynn. Father Ernest. Certainly, no doubt about it. Therefore, dear colleagues, I've decided to change the venue for tonight's meeting. If you notice the lounge behind the small door of the classroom, I believe... I didn't mean to click. To borrow the key for necessities, you already know at 12 o'clock you will find the door opened. I will be inside the lounge. That is it, my dearest colleagues. Videte ne quisiat? I don't know.
That sounded about right. Okay.
Maybe some of these nuns aren't actually helping but hurting. It wouldn't surprise me. They definitely seem ominous for sure. I remember that in this furniture we used to keep some of our personal belongings. Now it is empty. Probably punch through it if I tried. Well, let's not do that. This is where I used to sleep. What? Oh, come on, really? This is a dream. No, that's not a bad sign at all. Mr. Rabbit, curious, asked them, Dearest, why are you arguing on this beautiful and cheerful spring afternoon? I know that. What's that from? Mr. Wolf answered politely. What we are trying to decide here is who of us will have the pleasure to eat you up. Ah, well. It's not the direction I expected that to go. Mr. Rabbit, really scared, said, but I do not want to be eaten. I want to live. Again, I know that. What is that from? To which Mrs. Snake answered, smiling, That is impossible to happen, Mr. Rabbit, since we all, both of you and us, are going to die sooner or later. Don't you think so? Mr. Vulture added, Mrs. Snake is right. We should stick to the issue at hand. It's getting late, and as you see, we do not agree. Do you want to help us to decide, Mr. Rabbit? Who would you suggest as the one to eat you? Jump scare. Those are people. After thinking about it for a while, Mr. Rabbit said, Mr. Rabbit came up with an idea and carefully said, I got it. Why not organize a race? The first who arrives to the forest clearing will have the privilege to eat me. No doubt Mr. Wolf can run at high speed, but Mr. Vulture can go flying and avoid any obstacle. I'm sure that Mrs. Snake knows all the shortcuts within the forest. What do you think? Three predators agreed that it was fair, so they started to race and quickly disappeared. And the rabbit went home, right? Mr. Rabbit, happy to trick them, started running at high speed in the opposite direction. But the predators were eager to prove their worth and didn't realize the trick. Mr. Rabbit was far away from there, and he finally felt safe, happy and proud of his cunning, but suddenly there was a loud bang. The earth shook. Frightened birds flew, and everything went dark. You brought eggs? Oh, they look at me. An impossible love. This is interesting. There's something I kept to myself for a long time. And the thing is that I love you, and I've always loved you. That's a coffin.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time I saw you. This is the first time I felt your frozen... Ah. Each time I move away from you, I miss your glassy, empty, dead eyes. This is unpleasant. I miss your rough hair, your grayish skin, your... I'm gonna stop reading that out loud. But our love just cannot be. It is an impossible love. Is that the gravedigger?
I don't think so.
Well, that was a weird nap. How long have I been sleeping? What was that about? In the nightmare I found a place in my memories. A dusty mirror. Well...
Can we recreate where we went?
I don't think so. What time is this? Is everything the same?
Suddenly, scary rabbits appear.
Classroom. Where was the classroom?
It's, go through the med bay.
Right.
Med bay.
Whatever. Mortuary for all it's worth.
Yeah.
Is that still the same? Yeah.
And then go in there, and then this is something about a small door.
I was brought to this spot. So there's a thing underneath it, yeah?
Oh, no.
There's something down there. Yeah, let's...
Oh, God.
Did you see? Did you see? It was there. Just in front of me, that thing. It was screaming. Are these... Wait, this is... Decaying corpse. Seems she's been devoured by an animal.
Should we use the morphine on that guy?
Did I just murder him?
Yep.
Rest in peace.
It says definitely gonna try to get into another one of your streams if I don't forget. Well, thank you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't have notifications set up for this. I don't know if YouTube streaming allows that. It's been dead a week. Ugh.
This is disgusting.
Well, I wasn't expecting this, to be honest. Walls are splattered with dried blood. Yeah, speaking of, I'm actually going to be ending the stream pretty soon.
Flashback.
Yeah, this chapter's almost done, I think, and I'm going to wrap up the stream at that point.
Okay.
Punctual as always, Devitt. Now all that remains is to introduce our guest. You may come in now, Professor. Father Ernest? Don't worry, my friend. I invited him, only to join us this evening. The professor genuinely shares our curiosity, and who better to complete our group than one of the most renowned theologists? We must abandon those who are willing to explore beyond the veil. Are we occult members? Are we the bad guys?
I don't know.
The moment we have long awaited now arrived. Please, all of you, take a seat, and we shall begin the procedure.
Oh, God. Soon shall the door be open.
We may finally see what lies beyond. We are! It was us! We did this! Now I ask that you close your eyes. You will feel a momentary prick as I inject you with the serum. So Ernest kept things going after we left. Or there's all of his classmates. Even after all these years, I've not forgotten your voice. You are the fourth witness. I remember now what happened. What is that we saw? The eye of the bird, Malaminse. What happened to us? What is it that we witnessed? You must tell me. You must make me understand what my mind cannot fathom. It was our curiosity that damned us. We opened that which should not be opened. In doing so, we shorn the veil that separated our world from his. In seeking vision, we were ourselves seen by the eye of the bird. It remembers us. It looks for us. It calls us from its dark nest and from its abominable lair. All these years I have attempted to return to it, but I have no strength left. These poor wretched creatures are too fragile.
Are we experimenting on these poor sick people?
He opened up the hospital so we could have more bodies to work with.
Yeah.
They would die mysteriously because the gravedigger had no problem kidnapping them and bringing them to him by burying a casket and taking the real one in. I see. They lack the sight to return. Not one of them has. Only us, the 4 witnesses. Who are the other 2? Where are they? They disappeared as you did. I haven't heard from any of you, but I was seized by curiosity. They absconded? With my faith and deprived me of sanity. The Lord forgive me, for I have sinned. Nothing remains. All that is left is surrender. Surrender to Him. Is Him God, or what?
I don't know.
Gravely we have sinned, and our only absolution is to burn. Burn in the... Oh. Hey, guy!
No!
Malum... in... Say. Well...
We just watched a man burn to death.
Hey, it wasn't me, guy.
Ah!
Oh. Okay.
We were waking up
We're in
inside
a coffin. No problem. Are you subscribed and the bell's rung? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it again. Gotta love drugs, he says. That's us being buried.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. That's making me anxious just listening to that. Is that the end of the chapter?
I hope not.
The adventure continues in episode 3.
Oh, no.
Oh.
We're going to have to wait because it's late.
Got an achievement called A Secret from the Past. Well, then. That was certainly a thing.
That was a thing.
All right. Well, I'm going to stop the stream then. Thank you for watching.